Hello everyone, my name is Incoherence, and welcome back to Oriental Empires. It is currently the third episode, turn number 8. We've pretty much done dick all. Although, over the weekend, in the time between episodes, I actually played I'm up to 130 turns in a Zhao campaign, who are the people somewhere over here to the west, over where the Han start. Basically, they are a chariot people. And I'm enjoying the game quite a lot. It's still got some kinks to work out, but maybe what I can do is once I get to turn 150, if you guys are interested, I can make a video showcasing the mid-game a bit more, because obviously we probably won't get to turn 150 at this rate. But basically, I am now a fountain of knowledge in this game. I guess we ought to move on. Last time, we crashed as we ended the turn, rather. We crashed right outside of Yansi. We're trying to win this battle, essentially, and we don't have the forces to do it. There are 2 units of spears here, which will be attacking our 2 units of spears, and this is not a good situation to be in. I would prefer to have more men, unfortunately. We can't recruit anything in Yansi. We could recruit in... We can't even recruit in our capital, unfortunately. We literally can only have these 3 units, including our general. So maybe he should get back down there. He's hit that encounter, and he will return to Yansi pretty soon. Now, we were looking also for a place to found a new city, and I've been eyeing my options here. Weighing my options, rather. I really think this spot is the best. That way we have quite a bit of land to farm, because obviously we need to clear these trees. We can utilize these rhinos, which are a great source of income. I've noticed that there's some more rhinos over here, so as soon as my nobles take out these spearmen, they can continue to scout around. I really should have had the nobles in the south to deal with these rebels. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with what we've got. We're building a farm in Yansi, and we're going to build a farm in Early Tao as well. Did I really not... Or is this a different... Oh yes, this is the courtesan that we're not really interested in, or rather the concubine. Anyway, I think we'll pick up where we left off and try to fight this battle. Hopefully, things go oh god, every single time. Every time you launch the game, you get the tutorials. It's very annoying at the moment. So these 2 guys are going to duke it out. We've got our nobles in the north who are most definitely going to crush these silly, silly peasants. The battle that we want to watch is the Battle of Yansi. 104 troops against our 100 troops. Hopefully it goes well. I guess we're going to charge these guys in the ass. Look at that, we're already losing. We're like 3 men down. But perhaps... Oh no, they turned just in time. Oh my god. We lost an entire unit there. It looks like they broke and fled back into the city center. We need reinforcements down in Yansi stat. Luckily, I don't think bandits can capture territory. All they can do is raid your farms, but look at that. We broke their unit, so now are we going to go for a Royal Rumble? Royal Rumble? My god, bit of a stutter there. Royal Rumble 2.0. Are we going to do a second round here? We are. All right. In the left corner are the bandits in blue. And on the right corner, we have our... I was going to say yellow men, but that could be misconstrued. We have our boys in yellow. And look at that. I guess... It looks like we lost that battle, actually. Our men are retreating, and the bandits are going to return to their original... Oh my god, they're going to run really far away. Shit, we still have a lot of bandits to deal with. My god. Alright, the Shang, they offer to reveal their capital. We may as well do. I think they're north of us. See, now that's the thing. I've played 130 turns. I now pretty much know the lay of the land. Here are the Shang up with their capital, Yin. They have some very good lands up north. We do as well. The Zhao kind of start in an awkward position. They're surrounded by mountains and rivers. There's not a whole lot of open plains like this. Really, the Han and the Shang have a very good starting position. Alright, so the Nables... My god, I cannot speak today. Like most days, unfortunately. The nobles have run off these bandits in the north. We've discovered some more rhinos. A whole fucking herd of them, which we will want to take advantage of at some point. We need to destroy these guys as well. Maybe I wonder, will our general get into reinforcement range? It's hard to say. We need to continue to batter our shields and spears against the enemy. We need to run them off. All right, so we've researched calendars. I believe this is our first technology, which has increased our authority by another point, and that will in turn increase public order, bronze making. We can now clear forests in the land improvement tab. You can see here. Wonderful. There is another technology, which is divination, which I think has increased. Did that increase our authority as well? I think it did. Let's find out. Divination, authority. Calendar was also authority. So we now have 2 authority plus whatever battles we've won have gained us another unit of authority, I believe. Military drill. No, it was military drill that got us another point of authority. Okay. Wonderful. We are researching rammed walls, which we probably won't end up building anytime soon. What should we research next? Probably pottery. Pottery is a good source of income, good source of trade. Pretty much, these all just increase culture. This will eventually increase our authority. Authority and culture. Culture increases the key of all new leaders by 1. Or is that qi? Qi. Once again, I looked up the Chinese pronunciation. This entire time, I've been pronouncing our general and faction leader's name as Zhu Shi, but actually it's Su Shi, which is it's kind of hilarious when you think about it. Su Shi, his name is literally Tsu, or Su, and then his last name is Shi, so he is a bundle of fish, basically. A bundle of fish and rice, but he has a wicked hairstyle with, is this here hair? I'm not sure. It has to be a hat of some kind, I would hope. How do you grease that every day? How do you get that to stay in its position every single day? Quite a bit of work. He must have some sort of assistant. Okay, so these are all basically authority and culture. We will research some culture because that appeases our peasants. Knowledge. Let us go for... Do we need noble archers? Okay, we had a comet effect, which really fucked with our public order, so I'm kind of leaning towards astronomy. But I think horse domestication would be much better. In the grand scheme of things, horse domestication, probably a much more worthwhile advancement. So we won in the north, unfortunately. We lost by a hair outside of Yansi. And that's pretty much it, again, for this turn. We've moved all our units. We're still upgrading the lands. So we got raided. Our farms got raided, so as a result, we're going to have to rebuild it, which is quite annoying. And we are 1 turn away from building a farm outside of our capital. Okay, this isn't... It's not necessarily like a massive distance away from our capital, but I'm still going to found a city here. It'll be a good... I think we need to stake out our claim on this river. We need to pen the Shang in because they will cross this river when they get the chance, and they will probably begin to colonize south of the river, which I think is really our territory. We are getting lucky with the rhinos, though. It seems like we're going to have 4 cities full of rhinos, which is contributing greatly to our economy. 60 gold coins for every unit of rhinoceroses we find on the map. Anyway, I'm going to found a city here. Probably our next city will be up north in here, or rather down here, to gather those rhinos. I think we should, like I said, pen in the Shang first. The thing is, this river is 2 tiles wide, and this is a navigable river, so if we do it right, we can actually put a port on this river and get some trade. So we have to find out where the river crossings are. So there's one there, and there's probably one further up north, but we definitely want a city here to prevent that river crossing. That's what we'll do. All right, let us end the turn again. Hopefully this move outside of Yansi, rather this battle outside of Yansi, will go well. Let's find out. Our peasants are working the fields. They don't give a shit that there's bandits over here. Some asshole, some man with massive balls even had the audacity to pretty much cut down 3 trees within earshot of these dudes, and I guess they didn't care either. But anyway, like I said, let's end the turn here. watch the second, or is it the third Battle of Yansi? I can't quite say. I really hope our general is going to be in reinforcement range. I don't think he is, but at the very least, he will be next turn, so that's something. Yeah, see, these bandits are trying to advance into the town, but I really don't think they can actually capture territory, which is quite lucky for us, I have to admit. Otherwise, this place would have fallen a long time ago. Oh, we actually won. Amazing. If this was the Shang, we would have been kicked out of Yansi long ago. Speaking of the Shang, look at this smug motherfucker here. He does have, again, a very beautiful haircut and some excellent beard going on. Excellent beardage, if I do say so myself. I'm not a big fan of his dress, though. And I don't mean dress in the general term as in clothing. I mean dress as in quite literally this looks like a woman's garb. But I'm just saying that to be provocative. I know that this is a traditional garment worn by men, much like the toga. You could say the toga's a dress. And it's very fashionable even to this day. Oh, there's actually an encounter over here. A skilled hunter lives here. Okay, we're actually going to get that. He will reveal some wild game or even some rhinos. If we're lucky enough, he'll reveal another prime location to found yet another city. So these barbarians, bandits rather, have been pushed into the forest, which we'll talk about in a moment. Right now, we've built another farm in Irlitau. We pretty much want to keep building farms until we can no longer build farms. One of the primary things preventing us from building these farms is when you press the peasants into action, you actually accrue dissatisfaction in labor service. So that's things like building buildings, building farms, cutting down trees. They get annoyed because, they're just trying to make a living. They need to feed their families. They need to work their own land. So they get quite pissed. When I was playing as the Chow, I didn't quite realize that until, I don't know, it was 50 turns in and I had a 30 point dissatisfaction, which was just straight up labor service. And the way to make that go away is you just give them a rest. So basically I had to wait. I still haven't gotten rid of it. Because you have to rest the peasants. So I think for every single point of unrest, you have to wait a turn. So essentially 30 turns of inaction in my capital just to make my people happy. So that's something we have to be aware of. But right now we don't have any issues at all. And it looks like 100% of our population is farming. If you have any unemployed workers, you want to put them to work right away because they're doing nothing. Nothing of worth. Just chilling outside, doing absolutely nothing. So you want to put them to work building farms, building buildings, shit like that. Okay, we actually lost a unit of spears. They combined here, and we have a slight advantage. We have a few more men than the enemy. I don't think we have to worry about... Okay, we can actually recruit one unit. Wonderful. We'll garrison Yansi with a unit of these long spearmen. They're basically pikemen. There we go. So they'll garrison there, and we'll leave... Well, we'll garrison Yansi with these spearmen as well. And then if these bandits get fresh, we can march out. As I said, Sushi is... Oh my god, is it... It's Sushi? I'm not going to pretend to know. He's going to deal with this encounter. We should found this city in the north. Alright, what's it going to be called? Drumroll, please. Yansi. Wonderful. Once you found a city near forests, the tiles immediately touching your city, they get immediately cleared. So we actually did quite well there. We're not going to have to pay for those forests getting cleared. We can immediately farm those tiles as well. I think we'll start farming further to the south because we don't want to get raided. We'll do it right next to the city as well. There we go. We are also taking advantage of those rhinos. Look at that. Our income is now 286. My god. It's because we have no army to speak of. Whoops, I accidentally clicked out of the game for a moment. And now my people have turned into squares. I've discovered if you alt-tab from the game, there's a small graphical glitch where all the people in your kingdom turn into squares. They don't want to go to parties. They just want to sit at home and read their books and do their math because they are massive squares. Be there or be square. I've also discovered the primary way of making cash is your cities. So it's in your best interest to pump out cities pretty much as possible. I've also discovered that your militia units are just dirt cheap. So we're going to send another unit of spears down to Yansi. Eventually we'll have to garrison Yansi again. Or Yangchai. Yansi. It's going to be Yansi. Yeah, okay, we're building some farms. Our nobles are going to... let's get them to scout north. We know that this is going to be a prime spot for a city. Eventually, even the deer have turned into squares. Even they want to stay at home. Lots of good places to settle. We can settle in the south, build a road through this forest. It'll be beautiful. All right, let's end the turn again. And just watch our shit move, I suppose. Battle of Yansi. Oh my god, these assholes have decided to march on the town. Why would they do that? Okay, they're going to be battling my long spears. Yep. We have a defensive bonus. More defense than they have attack. I think we should do quite well here, I would imagine. There we go. We won them. We beat them off. Every single one of them. Beat them off one at a time. It was very time consuming, I have to admit. Okay, so they have retreated north. Looks like we're going to hopefully annihilate them next turn with these reinforcements here. Okay, here's the encounter. My lord, I know... Look at this guy's face. Hey, I like hunting. You like hunting fowl? That's the face he that's the sound he makes with that face. My lord, I know of a place near here where there is abundant wild game. I will happily describe the location, but I'm sure you understand the information is valuable. Okay, we're going to pay 229, 1 turn's worth of income to Lake... Oh my god, look at that. We've located some wild game, and we've just basically built a really good location for a city. That is what? How much food for each tile? 3 extra food. So we've got 6 extra food just from wild game, and we know that this would be a good spot for a city as well. They're going to be a little bit close together. That's the only thing. Maybe I can found it up here. That way I get access to the wild game. It's offset enough from Yansi. Do I want to put a city here as well? Like I said, a lot of prime locations for cities. A lot easier than the Chow. The Chow, there's just... It's very difficult. It's rivers, and it's mountains, and it's very inhospitable. Look at that. We killed 15 men and lost 23, so I guess my long spears aren't nearly as good as I was hoping, but what can you do? What can you do? Okay, so here's a prime spot to cross the river. We'll have to... Oh, this is kind of shitty, though. It's full of marshes. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to bring... I'm going to bring my nobles back and send a unit of militiamen ranging, because my nobles will be much better at dealing with incursions than my militia will be. Okay, we'll build some farms in Yansi. Pretty much everywhere is going to build farms for now. There we go. All right, let's continue. Battle of... Oh, I see. It's the Shang against some bandits. We're fighting some bandits as well in our very own Battle of Yansi. Once again, how many battles can we have? Now, one of my main complaints with the battle system in this game currently is it is very difficult to actually eliminate entirely your enemy. See, for example, there, we attacked them in the rear and they still escaped. Although it looks like we destroyed them to such a point that they disbanded. But there's been many times where I'm fighting battles after battles after battle. But I guess that's true to life, in a way. It's just annoying that, I mean, like when you're playing Total War, it's actually in your control that you can eliminate enemy troops. You can run them down with cavalry. Not really the case here. If you have cavalry, you can't really run them down. Unless you... I suppose you can do it with battle orders. But it's a lot more difficult is what I'm trying to say. You have a lot less control. Which, I mean, that's how the battle system is. But basically what I'm trying to say is I wish that there was a way to crush your enemies entirely in one go. If there is a way, I'm not aware of it. Or maybe I just have horrible luck. You never know. All right, we're going to continue to build farms. Are we seeing any labor? No, we are not seeing any issues with the labor service right now. Our nobles are still really upset. Local factors we can't do anything about. Previous grievances, just basically those fade over time. So we just have to wait until that dissipates. For some reason, the nobles in Yansi are also upset due to pretty much the same stuff. Wonderful. Although I've just noticed that we have some unemployed people in Yansi. Can we put them to work? Perhaps chopping down a forest or building a building. Should we build a bazaar? Let's see. The income of Yansi will definitely allow for it. Let us build this bazaar. 500 gold coins. That's 2 turns of income. It'll cost us 40 coins per turn. That's just fine. All right. We will do one more turn here, and then I think we'll end the episode. I really want to do short episodes so I can bang them out and upload them easily. I don't know if you guys know this, but I want to say horrendously bad internet. It takes me basically I have to upload overnight. Otherwise, because it takes 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours to do it. It's very bad. So if I do 20-minute episodes as opposed to 30 or 35, I'll be better off. Anyway, as I said, let's end the turn here. I want to bring my general back to the capital. And again, we'll get the spearmen to scout. Let's scout towards the south a little bit. We don't have any information about what's to the south. All right, one more turn, and we'll end the episode. Here we go. I really want to get another settler unit as soon as possible, because as I said, we really want to stake our claim up to the north here. I'm just kind of wondering, to actually take advantage of all these resources, our cities are going to have to be pretty close together. That's my only concern here. Okay, we have unlocked rammed earth walls. I dropped a D there a little bit. Okay, we definitely want to build some roads eventually, so we will immediately research that. We now have a farm in Yansi. We'll build another to the northwest, to the northeast, my mistake. There we go. Okay, what is to the south? A big fucking forest and an encounter. A skilled hunter. Look at that. Another encounter that we actually want to do. Okay, we'll send our faction leader down there to deal with that. And, how many turns is it for a settler? I know I keep looking. 5 turns. Shit. How long is it going to take to recruit one in Yansi? I think the population has to be quite a bit higher. Right now we're at 7, which is not too bad. That's half the size of our capital. I think because we took a while to actually build farms. For whatever reason, I held off on doing it in the first place. I don't know. All right, well, that seems to be it for all this, for this turn. We're moving our units around. Let's put the nobles in the capital. And, can we recruit some militiamen? We can. So we'll get another unit of spears. Yansi, 5 turns for spears as well. Okay, well, we'll put the spears in Yansi because it's actually quite a distance away from Irlitao, whereas Yongzai, not so much. All right, everyone, I'm going to say that I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to leave a comment if you want to see more of this. Like I said, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to leave a comment. The more feedback I get on the series right now, the more I will be motivated to make a series when I have the chance. For example, when the game goes into perhaps an early access state. I don't know if that's on the books or not. Or perhaps when it goes into full release. Anyway, if you want to see more, as I said, be sure to stick around too, because I'm going to be uploading as much as I can until the 14th of August. So every day, every second day, or whatever it is. And yeah, as usual, everyone, my name is Incoherence. This has been another episode of Oriental Empires as the Han. I will see you guys later. Have a good week.